Verse number now? 8, na? Panchamudra Sulaksha Darshan is over. 8th one. I thought you will reply 9th, so I will be happy. आपसे पूछ के मैं एक गलती किया. पंचवर्ण शुचेर विचित्र विशुद्ध तत्व विचारणम. चंद्र सूर्य चिदग्निमंडल मंडितम घन चिन्मयम्. चित्कला परिपूर्णमंतर चित् समाधि निरीक्षणम्. प्रातरेव हि मानसान्तरि भावयेत् गुरुपादुकाम्. प्रातरेव हि मानसान्तरि भावयेत् गुरुपादुकाम्. Karma, Jnana, Bhakti, Yoga Marga, so many paths are given. Here, in this, especially in Guru Paduka Stavam, because Bhakti towards the feet or the Padukas of the sandals of Guru, and what we see here is that Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya Ji is indicating a path of integration, and everything is encompassed by devotion towards the Guru, feet of the Guru or sandals of Guru. With this sloka, early morning, the early dawn itself, I offer my salutations to the sandals of my Guru or the Padukas of my Guru. What is the nature of that? Panchavarna Shuchir Vichitra Vishuddha Tattva Vicharanam. Wonderful. Panchavarna Shuchihi. Shuchihi Panchavarna. Now see, this is yoga sadhana it is. Now see, in Yoga Marga, also in Vedanta, also in Bhakti Shastras, one thing is sure that as Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi pointed out, Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha is common to all paths. Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Vritti Nirodha, not Chitta Nirodha. Chitta Nirodha leads to Jada Sthiti. It is not Chitta Nirodham. It is Chitta Vritti Nirodha. So it is common to all paths. That is the Lakshya. That is the main purpose, or that is the main immediate goal of every seeker. And the entire sadhana, listen very carefully, is born out of this understanding. That understanding is that as the above, so the below. As the above, so the below means whatever is seen in the cosmos at macrocosmic level is exactly seen in its miniature form in the microcosm. And therefore, the sadhana is that to turn within. Vedantic terminology is different. Yoga, Prakriya, Yoga Sthiti, Yoga Marga, Yoga Anveshana is slightly different radii, leading to same center. The language is different. Once an Advaiti means a student who had understood and developed faith in the system of Advaita. There is only one without the second. Ultimately there is only one. From one alone all the expressions have come about. Unto one alone everything merge back. This I am very sure, and there is no bheda, difference between Jiva and Ishvara, and whatever difference is seen is only because of Upadhi. So the little ego, which is a reflection of the total consciousness, is only creating a sense of difference, a sense of a special identity or separate identity within me. This I must expand and make it one with the universal consciousness as a part of my evolution, then encompass the whole cosmos and the entire manifested world in my consciousness. And then I feel, as Bhagavad Gita points out, that then that would be the experience where naturally on the seat of meditation it begins with, but it concludes with all 24 hours, that the whole Jagat or the whole cosmos is in me and I am reflected or I am also present in every being. And that is the reason why I really wonder, I don't know how many of you observed, it's not that we simply sign, but Gurudev when used to sign, thy own self, you must have guts to sign thy own self. I can't write sign thy own self. We have to say thousands and thousands of pranams at the feet of Guruji, or with love and regards to our dear Guruji. This is how we have to conclude the letter and offer our salutations. Or my prostrations at the feet of. So thy own self means that is a very, very expanded consciousness it is. And all that begins with sadhana. Now, there are yoga margas. Those who concentrate on different aspects of adhyatma within the body only, and the body is a composite whole, and the matter supported by the power, this battery that is called power energy, the prana, and then it is linked to mind, then it is linked to buddhi, and all this composite structure. So, however, whatever it is, to handle this, the subtle, the mind is still subtler than the prana. The only way to handle the subtler aspects which is possible for a student, or one particular student, who is unable to handle the lower by bringing the higher, that is by bringing the intellect into the picture, handling the mind which is lower than the intellect and also the prana and also the body. But I am unable to do it. So majority of the people on the globe are not fit for this state of handling the lower with the higher. And therefore, the various techniques which are given, how to bring that kind of a changes and slowly create that mood with the available tools in our hand, and therefore the technique of pranayama was developed by the rishis. Why? The only breath is in my hand. So through control, only the breath is there in my control, where I can control the breath. Through the breath, the prana is transformed and the pranic energy centers also are brought into very good healthy condition. I will not go into depth into that. And then this I saw, then when I start looking into me, then I experience various expressions of this prana within the sharira, within the body, within the etheric level, and also link it to the mind, and then prana is very healthy, made healthy, and through the prana the mind is brought under control and mind is given the experience of thought-free existence at least for some time, and then mind is inspired to travel on higher, and slowly and steadily with a simple devotion that Lord is there, all pervading consciousness is there, I want to reach Him. Beyond that, I don't know any other knowledge of Vedanta Shastra or any other knowledge of the scriptures. I don't know. This much I know, that my Guru is there, who is a total consciousness, who is God to me and who is taking care of me, and what I can do is, what is that I can do? Immediately the gross level I can control, maybe little Hatha Yoga at the grossest level, and little I transform, slowly I bring the change in the prana, and through prana I bring that rhythm and the beauty or the harmony between the synchronization between the intellect and the mind and the prana, and then slowly I tune myself to the existence and then start recognizing the presence of the Guru consciousness within the body. This is the sadhana. Now, Acharya Shankara is giving us a technique to see all the functions that are happening in the pranamaya kosha or in the energy centers through chakras, whatever it is. Acharya Shankara says, you don't have to worry about all the different functions. It is there, this vidya is available, but a student who is tuned to the real purpose of the life and who is simply simplified his understanding and integrated is simply enough if he comes to know that the entire within whatever the differences are seen within me, different functions are seen within the body and the mind and intellect, etc., especially in the pranic centers, they are all the expressions of one Guru consciousness. Thus, in one thought, I integrated, and that Guru thought enveloping the entire the various the manifested conditions within the body, and in that enveloped understanding, I surrendered to the feet of my master. Therefore, I don't have to independently think and practice each and every technique and try to master this, that, master that, master this, master that. Nothing. Just as Patanjali Maharshi, the Hatha Yoga is given as a preparation to understand the Yoga Shastra, and Patanjali Yoga never speaks about Yoga Asanas, but all the Hatha Yoga is concised and integrated in one simple sutra, that is Sthira Sukham Asanam, full stop. All the Hatha Yogas are given only for the physical health and also a posture through which, so that you will be in a position to contemplate on Supreme, forgetting the body consciousness without any disturbance. That is the purpose of Hatha Yoga. That is the purpose of your health, gym, whatever you do. The entire purpose is integrated in one sutra called Sthira Sukham Asanam. Full stop. Once a Sthira Sukham Asanam is achieved by an individual, maybe through bhakti, he is transformed and lost his body consciousness and absorbed in the total consciousness, as we saw in the cases of great devotees' lives. Or in whatever method we achieve, ultimately when you transcend this lower level, thereafter there is no need. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi never practiced Shirshasana, Padmasana or Paschimottanasana or Halasana or Kukutasana. Nonsense it is all. And never was his back straight. हमारा बेवकूफ इतना हो गया आजकल दुनिया में, पूछो मत. Meditation pose practice. What is meditation pose practice, idiots? Meditation pose ही नहीं होता है. That's how the understanding. So thus now, entire Yoga Vidya, Raja Vidya, I am integrating what? Into Guru. What a wonderful concept it is. What a wonderful integration. What a wonderful understanding. Everything is brought. Therefore now, once I look into myself, then I start analyzing the expressions of Guru in different ways. What are they? The one Guru, Panchavarna Suchihi. And the same Guru, one who is expressing in me, is shining in me, within me, expressing as 5 different colors, or that is 5 different pranas. Prana, Apana, Vyana, Udana, Samana. Now, I am not again contemplating. In order to do meditation, I have to bring forth my prana, first of all, under my control. No, I am not. I am integrating all this and surrendering at the feet of my master. The moment I understand that it's all one consciousness, Guru alone, the consciousness or Guru alone is functioning in and through all these things, I surrender. It is Guru who will bring necessary changes within me at the body level, mental level, pranic level, intellectual level, so that I will be in a position to evolve myself as visualized and planned by my master. So Panchavarna. Within the prana, this prana, and I don't have to control the prana, Apana, Vyana, Udana, Samana, bring that synchronization, harmony. For that 1.5 hour sadhana or 2 hour sadhana, pranopasana, I don't have to do anything. Why? I have grown to an understanding, see, mark my words perfectly, properly, that I have grown to an understanding level and understood and very clearly, conformingly with faith, that it is the Guru alone who is enveloping all these functions. Therefore, it is He alone would bring the entire harmony and synchronization within me. So I integrated my sadhanas, just as all the yogasanas are integrated in one sadhana, one sutra called Sthira Sukham Asanam. See, Bhagavana. So Acharya saying, you don't have to worry about so many sadhanas. Varieties of pranayam every day. There is no need to worry. There is no need also. Varieties of prana, panchavarnas. And each prana, each prana means prana, apana, vyana. They have their own colors. Therefore, this Guru himself is shining as different colors, 5 colors within me, shining. Who is Guru? The consciousness. In the form of, expressing in the form of pranas. What an understanding it is. If you understood. Otherwise, drop it. Don't worry. Vichitra Vishuddha Tattva Vicharanam. And this is the one, again, what is that? That is the Guru, the sandals of Guru, which helps the seeker to inquire into the very nature, Vichitra, wonderful, Vishuddha, pure, Tattva Vicharanam. Again saying Guru alone, the sandals of Guru, by worshipping, he will help me and make me inquire into the very beautiful, wonderful nature of my own self, or the self which is non-dual in its nature. So, Panchavarna Shuchihi, he himself is expressing as Panchavarnas. Therefore, आप बात माने या ना माने, समझे या ना समझे, but ये पक्की बात मैं आपसे कह रहा हूं. In a jiva's life, one, he or she is tuned to vision of Guru with pure attitude. His health, his wealth is taken care by Guru himself. Ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana paryupasate tesham nityabhyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. He takes care of everything. If Guru wants a person to work, and whose job is to make the person fit, it is alone, he alone. All that we need to do is keep our attitudes pure and tune ourselves to the vision of the Master. In and through all these varied activities of life, one should never forget the presence of Guru. If you can do it, it's a great thing. And therefore, who is the Guru Padukas? Guru Padukas says that Vichitra Vishuddha Tattva Vicharanam, which helps us or which makes us inquire into the very beautiful nature of one's own self. Or very nature of one's own self. Wonderful nature of one's own self. By worshipping that sand. Who is the Guru? He same Guru is functioning as Pancha Pranas, so he takes care of entire Pranamaya Sharira. And Sankalpa is enough. A wish is enough. Then next one, Chandra Surya Chidagni Mandala Manditam. Oh. Now, both Adhyatma and Adibhautika, they are linked. As I said, this body is a miniature form of the macrocosm. That is what has been told by the great masters and also in the Vedas. Everything has been told. Now, in Yoga Shastras, it is said that now what is happening? The matter, which is just body, which is nothing but matter, is made to work. Mud, actually, it is mud. But it is made to work. How? A system is adopted by Bhagavan, that there is a battery system. That is power, energy. And there are 6 chakras are there. And 7 chakras are there. But in Shakti Upanishads and all speak about Chakra Bhedanam. So we have to transcend the 6. And each very, actually one more thing I tell you. You don't have to focus again on each chakra and unfold it, fold it, not required. Like a blanket. It is not our business. That's what Acharya says. Once I tune myself to the vision of Guru, these are all the byproducts of my spiritual journey. Better you understand now itself. It is not separate from this Jnana Marga or Bhakti Marga or Karma Marga. But when my vasanas don't permit me to that kind of Marga, Jnana, Karma, Bhakti, etc. I am only thinking that this is alone is true. Okay, let them do it. Doesn't matter. So very clear. So I am not asking you to concentrate on this chakra, that is not a purpose. But then, for interest and information I am giving you. But these energy centers, basic function, because they are in between the mind and the body, an ethereal plane, they have the tremendous thing, and it's Shaktimayam only. So, through that, you can control the mind and intellect, as I told you. Also, this Pranamaya Sharira is equally and very important that for the health of the body. Therefore, all the 7 chakras are linked to 7 major glands in the system, like pineal, pituitary gland, thyroid, adrenal glands, endocrine glands. And each gland is taking care of the function of the particular part around it. And therefore, the energy center, when it is, more energy is pumped than the required, like for example current. More energy supplied, power supplied, fuse goes off. Less supply, it not glows. So in this pranamaya sharira, the prana, those prasasanas, it is maintained that they are actually required voltage is supplied. And whenever there is a more energy is released into one particular thing in any chakra or energy center, and that corresponding gland is oversecretes certain juices and hormones which affects the particular related part in the physical body. That is called dis-ease. There is no easiness, there is discomfort. Now, the basic 2 chakras, Mooladhara and Swadhisthana, they are called Agni Mandalam. Because Agni is related to Kriya. Again, see that language, you can put it entire slots. This sloka, it takes about 2-3 days. You can put slots. What is Adhyatma, Adhidaivika, Adhibodhika, all linked. What is Bhagavan, Surya Bhagavan? See for example, Sun in the cosmos represented as intellect in me. Mind as Chandrama outside is mind in me. So whatever is outside is inside me. Therefore, he is thinking, see the Guru consciousness, the consciousness of Guru is Manditam, enveloping the entire mandala, such as the fire, the Agni in the basic 2, plus this next 2 chakras, Manipura and Anahatam is covered by this Buddhi, and then the mind, that is what called Vishuddha and Agnya chakras are covered by this mental aspect. Therefore, my contemplation is that the Guru consciousness is enveloping both the karma, bhakti and jnana aspects which are representing in different levels in the Adhyatmika Shastra, Yoga Shastra, etc. Therefore, the one intelligence which is enveloping within me, as well as in the outside, the same consciousness embracing or enveloping the sun, the moon, the star, and that alone consciousness is in me functioning and taking care of me, and therefore, my sadhana is the Guru, is the one who is enveloping all this entire inner koshas, inner chakras, etc. And hence I surrender to Guru. He knows what kind of changes are to be brought at what time in the disciples' course of evolution, which is not subjected to a particular life. In the eyes of the master, the journey continues, body after body if required, and it has nothing to do with the physical presence of the body. The master decides for the disciple is the entire course or syllabus or manual of evolution, provided we understand and surrender to him. क्या समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं यार? पता नहीं, छोड़ दो. Next one. So, Ghana Chinmayam, and therefore, what is this enveloping everything? Chandra Mandala, Surya, inside, outside, all that is the play of consciousness, Guru alone, and therefore Ghana Chinmayam. What ultimately it is? It is a mass of pure consciousness. High density, but homogeneous. And a Guru looks at you and a diseased patient, and Guru goes stand before a Guru, and Guru looks at you. ठीक हो जाएगा, ठीक हो गया. So by his drishti, he brought all the necessary changes in the system. Actually speaking, we are not having that much faith. We have more faith in our physical body than in Guru. We have more faith in the body. गुरु बोलते हैं आप ठीक है, कहाँ ठीक है, आप तो ऐसा कहते हैं वेदांत, ये इधर दर्द है उधर दर्द है. Pain, pain everywhere. You say Brahman, Brahman everywhere. My experience in talking in a very, very heavy work, all the devotees of Gurudev, I'm talking. In fact, devotees of any Guru, whoever has tuned to his or her Guru like this, is it not mysterious that, none of the itinerary of Puja Guruji, is never disturbed. Unless center disturbs him and says, Swamiji, don't come, we are cancelling. Gurudev, itinerary? No Muhurta, no Rahu Kala, no Ketu Kala. We also don't see Muhurta. I wonder why everybody's schedules are busy. But they just happen. साल भर का पूरा प्लान हो जाता है. And if you think whole year activity, you immediately develop blood pressure, stress and strain. अब क्या करना है? It's happening. You may be little bit uneasiness off the stage. On the stage, you will make you fit. Very विचित्र की बात है. It's all play for them. Just we have to believe and trust. So it is a mass of pure consciousness. So Adi Shankaracharya ji says, integrating everything in the Guru consciousness and says that sandals, if you worship daily, you will have this wisdom to understand that it is Guru alone is functioning through all these centers and through prana and every function. He himself is enveloping within the body Agni Mandala, Surya Mandala, Chandra Mandala, and also outside also the principle of fire, the sun, the moon, the star, everything. He himself is enveloped everything. Then I consciously pray to him, feel his presence. He will do everything for us. He does. Next one, Mandalam, Chitkala Paripurnam. In all these expressions, it is alone, he alone. Within the body also, Chitkala Paripurnam. It's all filled with various sounds, various expressions, various functions, various hormones. Vigorous activity is going on physiologically. Vigorous activity. It is not the blood which is flowing in us, it is the prana which is flowing through us. Like Swami Shivanandaji said, that nadis are nothing but the insulators of prana. And in Upanishad says 72,000 nadis. Acharya Shankara says, Yoga Shastresu Prasiddha Sushumna Namna Nadi. There is no Bhashya. There is one Nadi Sushumna. Yoga Shastresu Prasiddha. Very popularly known and used this terminology in Yoga Shastras. But I want one thing. Everything is integrated into one consciousness. What is that? Guru. So he himself is expressed Kala Paripurnam. And outside also, Namani Krutva Abhivadan Yadaste. Purushottam says. He himself created all the names and forms in the infinite way, and is expressing in all these names and forms Yadaste Namani Krutva Abhivadan. Expressing in all these names and forms, yet aste, one who is remaining in his all multifarious expressions in this mind-boggling expansion of the creation, both physical and non-physical, which we are unable to see anything. And therefore Gurudev would say, many times he had said, that it is not a chaos, it is a cosmos. Namani Krutva Abhivadan Yadas. It is all Chitkala Paripurnam. All the skills, all the expressions, all the functions, all the names, all the forms, within me also. How many, we must have gone, some people at least, for check-up of the heart, echo, what you call, gram, whatever it is, electrocardio, whatever, ECG, nahi, other one. I mean, you can also say, डॉक्टर साहब आवाज कहां से आ रही है? आप से, दिल से आ रही है, दिल से, आपकी दिल से आ रही है आवाज. इतना और वॉल्यूम बढ़ाओ. एंड ब्लड फ्लो ऑल्सो योर ओन साउंड्स. चित्कला परिपूर्ण, डिफरेंट. किसी का दिल ठीक नहीं तो ब्लड फ्लो ठीक नहीं होता है, म्यूजिक निकलता है, बिकॉज द फ्लो इज नॉट गुड प्रॉपरली। डॉक्टर ये म्यूजिक का है, म्यूजिक नहीं बीमारी है। अच्छा अच्छा माया है सब। चित कला परिपूर्णम within also, outside also, and wonderful again. Last verse again is very beautiful. Then चित कला परिपूर्णम अंतर चित समाधि निरीक्षणम। I tell you, it is in this sentence also, in every word of Acharya Bhashya, Acharya Slokas you take, and any great master Slokas, so much of wisdom is packed. Now we see, for example, our Guruji's books like Jnanasar you take, Manashodhan you take, Bhakti also, Guruji wrote books, small books he wrote. And so simple looking shlokas are there. But behind each and every simple looking shloka, all his wisdom was packed. I mean, what an amount of wisdom is culminated, precipitated into a small bit of the statement in his sloka. We can't understand what prompted him to say that particular sentence. Or he wrote, कृतज्ञताया च हृदय स्थिता में वक्तुम न शक्नो खलु यत्नतोपि गुरो प्रसीद कृपया विदेहि तत्पाद भक्तिम परमानुरक्तिम। When he offered his gratitude towards Gurudev or Guruji, when he wrote long back, behind the sloka, what all he remembered and remembering, what all he is saying is gratitude towards Guru. How you and I know? We can't know. And he will never tell. But what is it? आप गुरुदेव आपको अपने जीवन में जो दिया है उसको याद करके आप अपने कृतज्ञता प्रकट करें. So when I say कृतज्ञताया च हृदय स्थिता में, this Kritagnyata, gratitude is seated in my heart. Oh Guru, I surrender to you, I offer this. When I say this, what all Guru had done to me, inside and outside, is known only to me and not to you. If this is true with simple shloka, and similarly, Antara Nirikshanam is a huge, heavy word it is. What happens is, the fear we have to conquer first on the seat of meditation. And then therefore, once fear is conquered means not I am fearless. On the meditation, pata lagta asal fear actually speaking. When the body dropped away, and suddenly you feel you don't have body. Again enter into it. Body. Again suddenly you feel that the mind is dissolved. Vivekananda Swami screamed, what are you doing to me? When Ramakrishna Paramhansa put his hand on his head, and entire Vivekananda explained that experience, the star, the universe, the rolls, everything is rolled back into void. Everything is disappearing into me, front of me. At once shunya. Meaning, I am there. But nothing is there. I have screamed, hey, what are you doing to me? And he removed his hand and said, you are not ready for it. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa himself struggled when Totapuri came and asked him, cut the Devi Murti into pieces with the sword of your weapon. Discrimination. And he said, no, I cannot do. She is my mother. You have to. No, but I cannot. You must. I cannot. You must. And Guru pushed him and then he chopped off the head of Kali and he gone beyond and entered into Samadhi. And it took 3-4 days for people to bring him down to this level again. He transcended. Bhagavan Ramakrishna Paramhansa used to walk and suddenly body used to collapse. Why? The hold, the pakad of the mind over the body, the grip is lost. Why? Mind is suddenly withdrawn. One of our Swamijis in our mission only, we told one incident about Gurudev. In one yajna, Gurudev was talking on Rama Gita of Valmiki Ramayana. And there is one sloka there, Achala Varidhi, rippleless ocean. The Paramatma. There are no ripples. So the mind which is freed from all ripples and thought waves, thought ripples also. That reaches the state of Brahman, etc. Gurudev was explaining, and he was asking and how to command the mind, and he was talking and say, halt! And he halted his mind, and for 5 minutes, 7 minutes, he was not available. He stopped like that. And all the audience was sitting. And afterwards, suddenly, Gurudev again came to this. I end with the body. Never mind, I made a mistake. And he continued. What mistake he made? I have to tell you to command your mind and say halt to the thoughts. Thoughts should halt. But in the process, I should not halt my thoughts. But I halted my thought flow on the platform, resulted into transcending. And great our Shankar, one of the Pithadipatis of, now is no more. Physically, the Acharya, Shankar, one of the Pithadipatis of one Shankar Pith, that is Sringeri earlier, I think Abhinav Tirtha Swami. And he mentioned to his own disciple Bhartida Swami, when he was doing Abhishek, and he used to enter into that Samadhi, and all hand would stop for 30 minutes, 40 minutes. And all disciples who came for puja, so I think that 9 से 10 खत्म हो जाएगा, 10 बजे ऑफिस जाऊंगा, सब लोग तीर्थ लेके बैठने के लिए, बस बैठ गए. Then he told his disciple, the next pontiff, he said, Beta, you continue, I will just sit, my mind is no more cooperating. And that is what Gurudev say, continue service and puja, etc., whatever you service, work, karma yoga, till the mind reaches the state of contemplation. Then they get dropped by themselves. Then when the dropping started like this, at one point of time, I am not realized or become one with the nature of Brahman. I don't know, that experience is void to me, not available to me. At the same time, all the duality is transcended, nothing is visible to me. And there in that intermediate state, I get scared. And there the only job is nirikshanam, patience. And with this experience cannot be told unless somebody experiences. And it is a terrific, fearsome experience. Though it remains for a fraction of seconds or some time only, but the terrible fear it is that everything disappeared. This is what is indicated by, what is that? Markandeya Muni in Bhagavatam. When I want to experience pralaya, it was his desire. Bhagavan Krishna smiled, Vishnu smiled, and you will get it. One day he was sitting in ashram, whole thing pralaya, everything is separate, I am alone. And he was not happy till he came across Vatapatra Sai. So, antarachit samadhi nirikshanam. Once we enter into that particular state, there we have to wait. And that Gurudev beautifully said, because final kick will be given by Guru and you cannot kick yourself. Why? It is committing suicide. That is suicide. The little ego is there, that has to be dropped. Why? The more I try to drop my ego, more my ego is becoming stronger. Why? I am there. When I am there, so I am trying to kill myself. But when I want to offer myself, by myself, when more I am trying to offer myself, more my presence is becoming stronger and stronger. And therefore I wait upon, and therefore Gurudev would say, you stumble upon the consciousness of Brahman. What a word it is. This is the meaning, antarachit samadhi nirikshanam. Now understood. So Guru is everything. And one who is to be waited to understand the true nature of Guru, one who has to be waited, have the patience, one has to await for that experience in the deep state of Samadhi, wherein the ego is not merged completely, but all the duality has been removed or disappeared from my consciousness. Only that is a very peculiar state. It's called transcending. And that what Bhagavan Raman Maharshi said, this state is transcended by every individual before going to sleep and also while coming out of sleep. This state is fraction of seconds. You cross that state every day, he says. Why? All duality disappeared and you are entering into deep sleep. That particular transcending state, the transient state which is there, which is for a fraction of a second, if you can catch it, you realize the truth, he said. While awakening from sleep also, I have to necessarily pass through this transient state. But I am so much overpowered by my tamas, by vasanas, by sanskaras, so many ways, that I am unable to catch because I am living most of the time in an unconscious state. Even in waking plane, I am unconscious. But awareness, that consciousness, so difficult. And the Guru is enveloping all the consciousness, the Jagrata Avastha, Swapna Avastha, Sushipti Avastha of every disciple also. And he knows. Bhagavan Ramana was walking one day with one or two disciples and he saw a Brahmana sleeping there on during their parikrama of Arunachala mountain, and he saw a Brahmana sleeping there. And what was he doing? That Rakhi Purnima was coming, so on that day Janev also they changed. So the only poor Brahmana he is making wants to make more Janev and would sell there, make money, livelihood. That's what they were doing, and the mission was there small, that maker, that cotton and all he kept there, and to make the Janev. And he was sleeping and was dreaming that I must do so many things, and the dream also is there, and Arun Master stood and watched his dream. And he woke him up. Enna? What are you dreaming? How many you made so far? That is the consciousness of Guru. So Guru is that. And that's why I smile. Suppose, and layman, difficult to understand. It is not that easy. Suppose Guru, somebody, Chinmayananda, great orator. I look at him. Yes, you are lucky. Swami Chinmayananda, oh, what a wonderful personality he was. Charming. That is the gateway. Came up to my nose, go beyond that. He told no. That's the gateway. Hamsacharam kandanadam aneka varnam rupakam Shabdajalamayam charachara jantu deha nivasinam Chakrarajamanāhatodbhavamekavarnamatah param Pratareva himanasantari bhavayed guru padukam Pratareva himanasantari Bhavayet Guru Padukam. Yoga Shastras only. Shankaracharya ji is reveling. Mahayogi. You name him, he was all in one. Great. He says, Hamsacharam. Hamsa Gita. Guruji definitely many times explained to us what is Hamsa. The traditional meaning we understand that it separates milk and water. Mane Sat and Asat ka difference. That is Nityam and Anityam difference. Viveka. So Hamsa means Viveka. And there also in Yoga Shastra mentioned Hamsa, Paramahamsa. So many Hamsas are there. Hamsa means a mighty being, a jiva who is transformed, a great evolved, who is able to discriminate crystal clear and is able to separate the milk from the water. Meaning, everything is Chaitanyam and this matter. Now, how can we separate? Where can we separate? In the sense what? That what is matter or what is where exactly? For example, if I ask you, where exactly in an ordinary bulb the current is flowing up to tungsten, and then tungsten suddenly it glows and becomes light energy. So electrical energy is transformed into light energy. If I ask you, can you demarcate where exactly electrical energy ends and where exactly the light energy begins? It's difficult. Similarly, what is matter? What is consciousness? But everything is energy. Difficult. What is Satyam? What is Asat? Viveka? It's all mixed. The world is presented to us in a mixture. Experience of Sukha Dukkham also. Kshane rushtaha, kshane tushtaha, rushtas tushta, kshane kshane. एक क्षण में सुख, एक क्षण में दुख. देखो आप सुबह से नहाया and everything is fine, you feel so inspired, good mood, you want to meditate. So you said, आसन बना, एक मस्क, with that very wonderful happiness, तुष्टाहा, आहा, भगवान, and mosquito, दुखम, क्षणे तुष्टाहा, क्षणे रुष्टाहा. Then you get up, switch on fan, and 10 mosquito coils around you. Tortoise wala. Dua. And sit in vent of smoke. In the middle of smoke. And smoke goes into smoke. And you sneeze. That day meditation will never happen. Shane rushtaha. Good food. Tasty. Palatable. Kachori. Double ka mitha. क्या भाग्य है. Happy birthday to you, Swamiji, thank you. And your prarabdha was not good. एक stone भी आया बीच में. Somewhere one stone small gone inside. And you double का मीठा. क्षणे तुष्टाहा, क्षणे रुष्टाहा. रुष्टास तुष्टा, क्षणे क्षणे. That is the life. बाथरूम में गया. हा. एकदम you forgot to open the cold water. So it became very hot and you don't know. And you put it and put it. Vibhuti experience, I think. People because you will not get even a geyser also itna garam nikalta nahi pani. एक बार होश उड़ गया, आप गया. तो बर्नर लेके जाना पड़ेगा बाथरूम में. So, Hamsachara is not easy. Akhandanadam and Aneka Varnam, wonderful. So that this Guru, who is that path, that Guru, what is the Guru now? That I meditate on that early morning, the sandals of Guru. And what is that? That is a path which is moved by Hamsas. Hamsacharam it is called. Great masters. That is their path. The path walked by great people. Hamsacharam. There is a path walked by Hamsas, the great discriminative people. And when you Hamsa, again, Hamsas soham Hamsaha. Upanishad also says. Upanishad, Veda says. Soham is also a mantra. So, Akhandanadam, and that when you meditate within inside, when you become subtle and you focus on different points in your own body, as per Yoga Shastras, and you start listening to various sounds. And don't sit for meditation to listen to sounds. If you happen to listen to sounds, link it to Guru. That's what Ashankaracharya says. Why? Because ultimately it says, Aneka Varnam, it's consisting of different several alphabets. Arupakam, the nature of the Guru is formless. Shabdajalamayam, and inside is Shabdajalamayam. Outside also Shabdajalamayam. Everything, every movement creates a sound. So thoughts are moving, there's a sound created there also. And where? Paramatma, there is no Ahankara, there's Suddha Aham, but it's Aham, Ta, whatever you call. There is nothing, and just everything emerged. And slowly he became conscious of himself. Aham is born, Suddha Aham. And when Aham is born, there is Spandana. And that Spandana created a sound. That is called Nadam. See? Let's go. That Nada which is beyond our cognition. So out of that silence only the Nada is created. And the Nada, Omkara also again merges back into silence. Therefore, Shabdajalamayam within, and Charachara Jantu Deha Nivasinam, and this manifested sounds and different nadas, expressions of the different movements and different sounds In every jiva, in every being, in every upadhi, also in Sosti, they are expressing, and this consciousness of the Guru, which is supporting all these functions, varied functions, multiple functions of this universe, related to sound, the form, the color, etc., etc., mutual relationships, and also he is holding the entire universe because of this wonderful play, is all supported by consciousness of Guru. And therefore, Charachara Jantu Deha Nivasinam. He is present in both Achara and Chara, insentient and sentient beings. And Chakrarajam. He is the Sri Chakra is considered as Chakrarajam, king of chakras. Or one thing become beautifully interpreted. He is Chakra, king of chakra. Which chakra? Kala Chakra, Yoga Chakra. Wonderful prayer. Sanjaya, when Dhritarashtra asked, please tell me about Bhagavan Krishna, more about it. Sanjaya says, oh Raja, I will not tell you in public, please vacate all the court people. Where everybody goes away, and he says, when alone, Dhritarashtra and Sanjaya was alone. And Dhritarashtra asked Sanjaya, now tell me what is the real nature of Krishna before the war. Few days before the war. Sanjaya says, I will not tell you when you are alone also. Then why? When will you tell me? I want somebody Sakshi. Otherwise, your impure Antakarna will misunderstand whatever I say, he says. Now whom should I believe? Call. He says, call Vyasa Bhagavan and your wife Gandhari. She is a Dharma Swarupini. And both of them were called. Vidurji goes and calls. And Vyasa Bhagavan looks at Sanjaya, immediately understands what is in Sanjaya's mind and Dhritarashtra's mind. And he tells Vyasa Bhagavan, he says, without hesitation, speak about the true nature of Bhagavan Krishna to this blind king, who is physically blind, intellectually blind, mentally also blind. And there in one of the slokas, in glorifying Bhagavan Krishna, Sanjaya says, Dhritarashtra ji, Raja, मैं आपसे सच ही कह रहा हूं, promise I am speaking to you that Bhagavan Krishna is none other than supreme, and all chakras इन्हीं के हाथ में घूमते रहते हैं. What are chakras? Kala Chakra, Yoga Chakra, Kalpa Chakra. Wonderful slokas are there in Mahabharata. He is the one who is, and therefore Bhagavan Krishna said, Bhagavad Gita also, that Name Parthasti Kartavyam Trishlokeshu Kinchana. But Utside Yurve Lokaha, all these worlds would perish. Nakuryat Karma Chedaham, if I don't perform any action. Everything is in my hands. Ishvara Sarvabhutanam Hriddeshe E Arjuna Tishtati. He is residing in all beings, in the heart of all the beings. What is he doing? Brahmayan Sarvabhutani. Yantra Arudhani Maya. Through my Maya, divine Maya, as all mounted upon the mission, and I am playing with them. It's all Charachara Sushti is my sport. With rules and regulations. That's a game of life. If the game is without rules and regulation, without a law, without a dharma, it becomes a chaos. There is no more a play. So, Charachara Jantu Deha Nivasanam, Chakrarajam, Anahata Udbhavam. Anahata Dhvani means there is no ahata, non-stop it is called. And this is Anahata Dhvani. And even today the mysteries are about how is SA node is produced, the current is produced in the body, how the Vidyut is produced. You are not plugging any wire, external current. Within that electricity is produced. And before the birth itself, it is first the heart started, then again everything is grown. Before the main manufacturing, formation of main parts, the heart is required. So first heart is, then again the pumping starts. And therefore this Paramatma, Anahata, Inahata Chakra or Hridaya, 8-petaled lotus, Ashtadala Padma, Ashtadalopari, Veshtita Lingam. Sarva Samudbhava Karana Lingam. Shiva only consciousness, or you call Krishna or Vishnu, whatever it is. So Anahata Udbhavam, meaning one who can be discovered only in the Anahata or the heart. So Pratareva hi manasantari bhavayet Guru Padukam. And ultimately Anahata Udbhavam and Atapparam, bas. Anahata Buddhavam, Ekavarnam, Atapparam. All these these different expressions of sounds, and through the sound the various modifications that are happening in the matter, all these things are again consumed or consummated or ultimately merge in one particular Ataparam. Thereafter, Ekavaranam. What is Ekavaranam? Omkaram. In the Omkara, everything is. Therefore, Panchadashi clearly says, this Manorajya, the habitual wandering of the mind, on its own, producing crores of thoughts, on its own, and over which we don't have any control, all these are consumed. Ekavaranamataparam, because Omkara consumes. Therefore, the technique is chant Dirgha Pranavam. And the Om, when you chant mentally, all other vrittis become stop and they are consumed and swallowed and dissolved and digested once for all in that Omkara. They were all these expressions of Guru. So that Guru, I worship early morning itself, the feet of my Guru, who is within me, who is enveloping me everywhere, and who is in the very form of Omkara, who is expressing as different sounds in the system, and who is also enveloping the Chidagni, Surya, Chandra, Chidagni, Mandala Manditam, this vast expansion, and then let me tune myself every day, early morning, Pratareva Himanasantare, before I start this Loka Vyapara, I tune my mind and intellect to the feet of my Guru to transcend this what you call OET, as Gurudev puts it, and try to go beyond this worldly experience and understand our own essential nature. All that begins simply tuning my mind to the sandals of Guru. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Sadgurunad Maharaj Ki Jai. Shubham.